Okay, so hey, we want to welcome everybody to another episode here of Veterans in Business podcast. Today, I'm extremely happy to have Gil and tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you're doing and what brought you to where you're at in life today.
Okay, of course. Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me. I really, really appreciate it. To answer your question, born and raised in Guam, grew up there on the island. I'm a Marine, just retired last year.
Nice.
Funny story, I was not doing very well in school. I was either skipping class that day or my teacher was there, but that's when I met the Marine recruiter in the library. And he asked me if I ever considered joining the Marines. I said, no, thank you, I'm not interested. I said, hang on, what is the Marines? I don't know what that is. I only heard about the other branches.
Right.
He said, well, I ain't got too much time right now, but what are you doing tomorrow during lunch? I said, I don't know. Same as yesterday. So why not? So I sat up the next day and showed me the things that I can do. I'm like, wait a minute, I can get this and this? Well, then let's go. One of the best decisions I ever made. Went from not interested whatsoever to doing it for as long as I could. My primary job in the Marine Corps was warehousing, supplying logistics. Did coaching for quite a long time. I was a marksmanship coach. And then I did embassy duty, also
Okay.
another great time. I got to live in Vienna, Austria, Manila, Philippines, Bamako, Mali. My first duty station was Japan, so I was there for 2 years. I'll say when I got to California, that's when I started to see how finances worked a little different. And I was like, okay, this kind of sucks. California is pretty expensive, and
Right.
I had to figure out how to do things differently. I don't like what my bank account's starting to look like. Went from doing well to why is it slowly shrinking? So I decided to take up a workshop in business and taxes, and oddly enough, it got me excited. The person who ran the course was just high energy and made taxes sound like fun. I opened my eyes and opened doors to seeing that there's a lot of different things you can do. My wife and I, we work together. We have our own agency helping families, protecting themselves and families' life insurance, also protecting their income, their retirement. My grandmother passed away in 2001 during COVID, and later in that same week, my father passed away.
Man.
Yeah. I foresaw my grandmother passing, and in the midst of COVID from California, I was just going to attend to the funeral virtually because it's not a cheap flight across the
Right.
world
Right.
from California all the way back to Guam. But when my father passed, they said, no, you got to come home. So dropped a couple grand just for a flight, just for myself, going home. And what I noticed is there was still requests to contribute. My grandmother had 12 kids of her own, and then later that week, I had no idea a deceased person can be technically kicked out of a funeral home. As soon as I walked in the doors, there was no hugs, no condolences, no I'm sorry for your loss. First things that came out of their mouth was, boy, we don't have enough money to bury your dad, and we need to come up with money like right now. Otherwise, we got to find another place to hold him. It caused some arguments in the family. People are still not talking to each other. This is ridiculous. Paid whatever was left that they needed so everyone can sit down. 2 passings in 1 week, seeing how both affected the family dynamic financially really got me to focus in making sure that I do better in educating the people I care about, friends, family, about what it is that having a proper financial foundation can do to help.
Gotcha. I couldn't agree with you more. So many people don't educate themselves, so it's awesome that you're participating with Veterans in Business now and just being out in the community, help sharing. We're always looking for that, and we hope that we can, take this message, share it out, be able to put you in front of more people, so that they can improve their position in life before they actually need it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But man, I really appreciate you coming in, sharing with us today. Give us a little bit of insight on Gil and what you do. Look forward to seeing you at some more VIB meetings and take it from there. Okay.
Of course, perfect. Glad to
Thanks.
be here.